Hi, welcome to WatchMojo.com. My name is Karen and today we'll be profiling the city of Paris. As you probably already know, Paris is the capital of France, the capital of fashion, and it's also known as the City of Lights. So Paris was first established as a little settlement on an island on the Seine. It takes its present name of Paris from the Parisi, which were the settlers back then. It was then conquered by the Romans and they called it Lutetia. Afterwards, it was ruled over by the kings for many centuries. Then in 1789 was the French Revolution, which was led by social and economic problems. And Paris as we know it today, with its grand boulevards and its present architecture, was built by the Baron von Haussmann under Napoleon III. Now if you're planning on visiting Paris, you'll be very happy to know that there's a lot to do and a lot to see in that city. I would recommend first going to the Musée du Louvre, which is where there's the Mona Lisa, and it holds a massive collection of art through the ages. Not too far from the Louvre, you have the Opéra Garnier, where you can admire the beautiful ceiling that was painted by Chagall in the 1960s, and of course there's the chandelier, which was made famous by the Phantom of the Opera. If you like visiting churches, there's the 12th century Notre Dame Cathedral on the Seine, or you can go to Montmartre, where there's the Sacré-Cœur. Montmartre is also very famous for its artists. That's where Picasso and Van Gogh used to work. Now, if you'd like to see how Marie Antoinette used to live her lifestyle, why don't you head to Versailles? You can also stroll in the nice, beautiful gardens. And if you're fed up of museums and monuments, why don't you just take a day and go to Euro Disney? Now, there's a lot of things that you should not miss, especially if it's your first time in Paris. Of course, the Eiffel Tower. Now, I would suggest going either early in the morning or later in the evening because the lines could get pretty long. Afterwards, you could head to the Arc de Triomphe, which was built by Napoleon Bonaparte. You could also go up the Arc and admire the view, and there's also a little museum inside the Arc. Once you're there, you're in the Champs-Élysées, which is the big boulevard with all the shops, restaurants, and the little cafes. And something that should also really not be missed is a little ride on the Bateau Mouche, where you could enjoy the views from the Seine. Now, a couple of important dates to note would be, if you're a big shopaholic, I would suggest visiting Paris in either January or July, where you can take advantage of the huge sales. And if you're also there in July, July 14th is the national holiday. They usually have parades going on the Champs-Élysées. And if you're going around Christmas, you'll be able to enjoy the window displays they usually have at the Galeries Lafayette, which are the big department stores in Paris. Now, some famous Parisians would include authors Émile Zola and Victor Hugo, painter Claude Monet, singers Charles Aznavour and Edith Piaf, filmmaker François Truffaut, and actresses Brigitte Bardot, Sophie Marceau, and Juliette Binoche.